Hey everyone, I'm John Reims. I'm an exercise physiologist here at NICPAD, and I'm here with a couple of friends to bring you some new workouts today.
Hi, my name is Jay Reid. I work as a recreation specialist with people with different types of disabilities and limb loss.
Hi, my name is Karen Bullock, and I am a non-attorney disability advocate, and I am a fairly recent below-knee amputee.
Today's workout is designed specifically for individuals living with lower limb loss, but that also use a prosthetic leg to walk. Beyond that, individuals who have been using their prosthetic leg for a duration of time that allows you to feel some degree of confidence when you walk. So, the way that the workout's going to progress today is we are going to perform 3 separate movements for a duration of 1 minute, followed by a 30-second rest. We'll go through this 3-movement circuit twice, and it's really focused on helping to improve mobility, flexibility, and balance. I'll be using a timer. We'll hear the beeps and clicks that indicate when we're going to begin a movement and when the movement will end. The first movement we're going to engage in is going to be something that helps to engage coordination, proprioception, and balance. Options here are taking a hop forward and backward. Karen will be doing a modification of this. You want to show them what you're going to be doing, Karen? So step forward and back with arm swing. Jay and I'll be doing variations of a high jump and a broad jump, hopping forward and backward. I'm going to start the timer. Here we go. I'm doing the broad jump, forward and backward. You can think of this as a hop. Karen's doing a variation with a stepping forward and stepping back pattern. And Jay is doing a high jump. The variation you do, you determine what's appropriate for you. The goal, again, isn't to push your pace. The goal, instead, is to see how much weight shift you can engage in and still feel stable. We're closing in on the end of the minute. About 10 more seconds. Again, trying to really test our sense of balance. Wonderful. Second movement. Jay and I will perform variations of what's known as a Superman. Karen's going to perform a variation of a Superman in an upright position. Jay and I will do that in a floor-facing position. What you're really trying to accomplish here is hip extension with opposing arm and leg movement. There's the minute. I'm going to walk out into a floor-facing position as Karen begins to perform that standing version. Here, really trying to focus on keeping arms and legs as straight as possible, using your hips as a stabilizer while those opposing side arm and leg movements engage as big of a range of motion as possible. Moving slowly and deliberately, not rushing. There's the minute. And the final movement will be what's known as a windmill. This is going to really focus on spinal rotation and lateral flexion. We'll keep one hand in contact with the same side leg. We'll slide that hand down the inside of that leg as the opposing hand reaches upward toward the ceiling. Here we go. Again, not moving quickly, trying to get as broad of a range of motion with one arm traveling downward as the other travels upward as possible. Try to keep heels in contact with the floor at all times. Try to keep shoulders down away from your ears as much as possible. Again, it's not speed, it's not quantity, it's quality of movement that we're trying to embrace here. So that's the end of the first round. One more round of each of the three. We'll begin with the broad jump, high jump, or forward back stepping pattern, whichever suits your movement style best. With this second pass, hopefully you're feeling warmed up. Maybe this is where you begin to challenge the pace of your movement. Not moving excessively quickly, but try to expand the range of motion or try to increase the pace. Again, a minute can seem like a much longer duration of movement than it sounds like it would feel. Goal still being dialing into your sense of stability, range of motion, and level of confidence you feel while performing these movements. We're doing wonderfully. We're closing in on the end of that minute. About 10 more seconds. Try to get maybe one more before the minute ends. Wonderful. Back to the second movement, that Superman variation. Again, you can get into a chest to floor position, or you can stay in an upright position. The goal being, again, as much weight shift as possible. For me, that's gonna have me getting down onto the floor. We have about 3 seconds, and here we go. I'm gonna try to keep legs and arms as straight as possible. And extend opposing leg and opposing arm as far up and back. Again, use your hips as your stabilizing force for this. Closing in on the end of that minute. Back into our upright positions. And this third and final movement is going to be that windmill. Here, try to keep shoulders down away from ears. And this time, if you can, think about pulling your belly button in and down. Or you can think about trying to pull your hips towards each other using the muscles of your pelvic floor. So we've got one hand tracking down the inside of that same side leg as the opposing arm travels up, and we rotate around to look toward the ceiling or the sky as much as possible. Really focus on range of motion with this one. You can bend your knees if that helps you to get a slightly larger range of motion. You could perform this with straight legs. Again, whatever best suits your individual style of movement. All right, that's the end of this mobility-based workout for people living with lower limb loss. Mobility, balance, range of motion, these are all things that we were trying to focus on with this. You can repeat this circuit as many times as you like. There's no limit to it. If there was anything in this video that you found meaningful to yourself, please like the video, comment on it, and subscribe to the channel.